Theresa Nist slams Gerry Turner using divorce for empathy. June 6, 2025. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Bachelor Nation News fans. The Golden Bachelor Season 1 winner, Theresa Nist, is slamming her ex-husband, Gerry Turner, for using their divorce for empathy. They met on the premiere season of the show and had a whirlwind romance, which quickly fizzled out. So, why is Theresa so mad at Gerry? Keep reading for more details. Theresa Nist slams Gerry Turner. When The Golden Bachelor premiered, it was a huge deal as it aimed to prove that love can be attained at any age. Gerry Turner came in as the lead and had a bevy of women to choose from. In the end, he chose Theresa Nist, but it turned out he was not completely transparent. Regardless, they tied the knot in a live televised wedding, but it ended within a few months. This was very sad, but not completely unexpected. Hence why Joan Vasso's being cast as the Golden Bachelorette came with trepidation. Would she and her future love suffer the same fate? Joan and her fiancé, Chalk Chapel, seemed to be going strong, but there was sad news on the horizon. Not too long ago, Gerry revealed that he had cancer and alluded that his marriage to Theresa ended because of this. He claimed that having bone marrow cancer had a huge bearing on why he believes that they divorced. However, Theresa is disputing this and believes her ex just wants empathy. More so, she is refuting that she had known about his diagnosis for some time. I was just so surprised that he even said that I knew about the cancer a long time ago. The way Gerry presented it to me was that the doctor said that I'm going to die of old age before this cancer gets to me. He bluffed it off, like it really wasn't that important, and he had no symptoms, and he still doesn't. Of course, Theresa Nist felt betrayed by this statement, and clarified that they never discussed the marriage ending because of his cancer. She also added that she has not spoken to him about using cancer as the reason for the divorce. However, Theresa shared why she feels Gerry said what he did. Did he want empathy from the public? I was angry that he would say something like that, but then I am such an understanding person, and I can put myself easily in someone else's shoes. So I tried to see it from his perspective, and I thought, okay, if that's in his mind, then I guess that's how he sees it. Everyone has their own perception of what happened. Good for Theresa. Bachelor Nation fans were thrilled that Theresa Nist finally opened up and shared her side of the story. She has not said too much, but it seemed like the right time to set the record straight. The Golden Bachelor winner knew she had to speak up and let the truth set her free. Fans immediately chimed in with praise. Glad she's opening up. This poor woman. The truth finally is said. Currently, Theresa Nist has found new love and seems blissfully happy. The same goes for Gerry Turner, who has proudly shown off his new lady. She added that she is very happy for him, and that shows what a class act she truly is. Did you ever believe the marriage ended because of Gerry's diagnosis, or was that just a cop-out? Finally, are you happy that Theresa has spoken up and out? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Gerry Turner for using divorce for empathy. It wasn't heartbreak, it was PR. Theresa Nist is finally speaking out, and what she has to say about her highly publicized divorce from Golden Bachelor Gerry Turner is anything but sugar-coated. The once hopeful bride who tied the knot on live TV is now accusing Gerry of weaponizing their breakup for public sympathy. Fans are stunned. Critics are divided, and Theresa's truth bomb is changing the narrative. He wanted America to feel bad for him, but he didn't feel bad about what he did to me. Grab your popcorn. This is the Golden Bachelor scandal no one saw coming. Chapter 1. The fairy tale that wasn't Theresa Nist was America's sweetheart. At 70, she wasn't just looking for love, she found it in front of millions. Her televised wedding to Gerry Turner was the kind of feel-good spectacle that reality TV dreams are made of. But behind the twinkling lights and Bachelor Nation applause, Theresa now says the foundation of her marriage was already cracking. And according to her, Gerry knew it. We didn't even make it 6 months, she said during a blistering interview on a popular podcast. Because he didn't want it to last. He wanted to look like the guy who tried, not the guy who gave up. Chapter 2. The divorce announcement heard round the world. When Theresa and Gerry jointly announced their split in April, the messaging was gentle, mutually respectful. The kind of PR script fans have come to expect. We have a deep love and respect for one another, the statement read, but we've come to the decision to amicably part ways. But now, Theresa is calling BS. I didn't write that statement. I didn't even agree with it. Gerry's team handled it, and I was told it would be best for everyone if we played nice. According to Theresa, the breakup wasn't mutual, and it certainly wasn't amicable. He told me weeks before that he'd made a mistake marrying me, that I wasn't what he expected, and that he wanted out, but needed to do it in a way that didn't make him look bad. Chapter 3. Sympathy Games. Since the divorce, Gerry Turner has made a series of high-profile media appearances, and according to Theresa, they've all had one goal in mind: make him the victim. He sat on national television talking about how painful it was, how he still cared about me. But that man was already planning fishing trips and flirting with fans in DMs. He just didn't want to be the bad guy. Theresa says the final straw came when she saw Gerry do a soft, tearful segment on morning television. That's when I realized this wasn't heartbreak for him. It was PR. He was playing the empathy card, using our divorce to boost his image, and frankly, it worked, for a while. Chapter 4. The deleted messages and the other woman? Insiders close to Theresa allege that she discovered several flirty messages on Gerry's phone just weeks after their wedding. Messages from fans, exes, and even someone allegedly known in Bachelor Nation circles. I confronted him, Theresa claims. He laughed it off and said, "This is what happens when you're famous. People slide in." Theresa says the messages were quickly deleted, and when she pushed the issue, Gerry turned the tables. He made me feel like I was being paranoid, like I was the problem. That's when I realized he was never going to be accountable. She doesn't accuse Gerry of cheating per se, but strongly suggests there were inappropriate emotional connections forming while they were married. Let's just say, he didn't act like a newlywed. He acted like a man who missed being single. Chapter 5. What really ended the marriage? So what caused the end of the so-called Golden Bachelor love story? Theresa says it wasn't age, distance, or irreconcilable differences. It was ego. Gerry liked the attention. He liked being chased. He liked being adored. But he didn't like the reality of commitment, especially not with a woman who challenged him. Theresa says she started to notice that whenever she disagreed with Gerry, even on little things, he would emotionally shut down. He wanted me to play a role, to be quiet, grateful, soft-spoken, but I'm not that woman. I never was. I don't apologize for having a backbone. Chapter 6. The Empathy Strategy. Theresa's most explosive accusation centers around Gerry's decision to share personal anecdotes about their split in various interviews. He cried on cue. He talked about how hard it was to let go. Meanwhile, I was packing up my life alone. She alleges that Gerry's vulnerability was scripted and strategic. He was trying to stay likable, stay bookable, stay brand safe, but nothing about what he was doing was for me. It was all for his image. And now, Theresa's calling him out. He used our divorce to make people feel sorry for him, but he didn't feel sorry for me. Chapter 7. Bachelor Nation Reacts. The backlash has been swift and polarized. Some fans are rallying behind Theresa, praising her bravery. She deserves to speak her truth. He fooled us all. Others are defending Gerry. Sounds bitter. She's just mad she got dumped. Even former Bachelor leads are weighing in. One anonymous star said, "I always felt like Gerry was too polished, too perfect. It doesn't surprise me if there was another side to him." Theresa has stayed off social media for the most part, but says she reads every message. The support has been overwhelming, and for the hate, I can take it. I'd rather be hated for telling the truth than loved for playing pretend. Chapter 8. The Golden Lie. Theresa also dropped a bombshell about the casting and editing of The Golden Bachelor. It wasn't real, not all of it. Gerry was coached. We were directed. Certain storylines were pushed, and others were buried. She says producers knew which contestants were being set up as frontrunners, and which ones were being steered toward heartbreak. It was always going to be me. They made us feel like we had agency, but they had a script the whole time. Theresa doesn't regret doing the show, but says she regrets believing in it. I thought this was about love. Turns out, it was about ratings. Chapter 9. Gerry's Silence and Strategic Timing. Since Theresa's bombshell interview, Gerry Turner has remained conspicuously silent. No tweets. No statements. No rebuttals. Fans are divided. Some think he's staying classy. Others believe he's scrambling behind the scenes with his publicist. Theresa says his silence is just another calculated move. He knows anything he says now could backfire, but trust me, he'll be back, probably with some redemption story, maybe even another show. Just wait. Chapter 10. What's next for Theresa? Despite the emotional toll, Theresa says she's not bitter, she's motivated. She's launching a new online series called Golden Truths, aimed at empowering women over 60 to speak their minds, reclaim their worth, and stop being polite when they've been wronged. This isn't about bashing Gerry, it's about telling the truth and helping other women see the red flags, no matter how charming the man. And as for love, I'm not giving up, but next time, it won't be televised. EPILOGA, a final message to Gerry. In a moment that stopped listeners cold, Theresa looked into the camera and spoke directly to her ex. Gerry, I hope you find what you're looking for. I really do. But don't pretend you were the victim here. You weren't. You made choices, and I lived with the consequences. But I'm done being your character in a fairy tale. I'm the author of my own story now. TLDR. Theresa Nist is done playing the nice girl. After a whirlwind romance, a nationally televised wedding, and a shocking divorce, she's exposing what really went down behind the scenes with Gerry Turner. And in her own words, he didn't want a wife. He wanted a brand.